We're live with Principal Ross from Apprentice Academy High School of North Carolina. Good morning, Principal Ross.
Good morning, Mrs. Ross, Secretary of our wonderful school board.
Would you give a brief introduction, who you are and what the school is all about?
Sure. Hi. As Sharon said to you, my name is Barry Ross, and I'm principal of Apprentice Academy High School. And Apprentice Academy, we're located here in wonderful Monroe, North Carolina. That's in Union County, and we're a little bit south, east, and west of Charlotte, Mecklenburg. And we are a public charter high school, which means we're a tuition-free public school where it is open to all student residents of the state of North Carolina. So it doesn't matter whether you live in Union or Mecklenburg or Cabarrus or Stanley or wherever. You can, if you get through the lottery, you get to come to our school. And what Apprentice is about, we are, our school, we're what's known as a career and technical education focused high school. So our mission is to provide students who are looking for an alternative path to the four-way university. And we do that by offering students an opportunity to take career and technical courses, whether they be on campus at Apprentice Academy or also at one of the local community colleges, be it SPCC or CPCC. And but of course, we're a North Carolina public high school, so of course we also have our mission of producing high school graduates and producing graduates who are fully capable of going on to a four-year university if that's what they choose.
All right, good stuff. So today we're going to talk about two main things, which is mentorship and apprenticeships.
Yes.
So let's start with mentorships. What does it mean in the context of Apprentice Academy?
Okay. Well, excellent question, because the mentorships is one of the things that sets us uniquely apart from other high schools. Our teaching and learning process, we use a curriculum. That's my dog Carmel in the background, by the way. She's a fun old lady. She's pretty old, but she doesn't really care whether we're on camera or not. But anyway, so we use a program called Summit Learning, and Summit Learning is a style of or a curriculum for teaching and learning, and it's what we call like a personalized one. So the curriculum is able, so our teachers are able to modify and adjust the curriculum based on the needs of our individual students. And there's three components to that curriculum, but the one we're focused on this morning is the mentorship, because a lot of schools, a lot of people, a lot of places talk about mentorship, but the real question is, are they really set it up in a position to do that in school? Here at Apprentice Academy, we call it's really intentionalized. In other words, it is a part of our makeup and what we do. And there's a saying in school: if it's not built into the master schedule, it really doesn't happen, because otherwise you're asking teachers to do things on their own time and that sort of thing. Well, we don't do it here. So mentoring is actually built into our master schedule so that teachers have a dedicated time when they're working with your student to talk about things. And it's typically they talk about career goals that students have and their academic goals, and that starts from the beginning. They from the very beginning of school, they get with the mentor, they talk about the goals that they have, and the mentor's job is really like being a coach. So when they meet with them on a weekly basis, they're checking them out to see, okay, are we meeting our goals? If not, what do we need to do to adjust? And if they're meeting their goals, then the coach or teacher mentor encourages them to move on. Now, the thing here is that the mentor may not necessarily be the student's teacher. So what the mentors also have to do, they have to get with the students' teachers, just to double check with what they're doing in school, so they have all the right information they need when they have the weekly sessions. And then also, in the primary, the primary intention of that mentorship is that, we here at Apprentice Academy, we believe that every student deserves an adult that they can confide in at school, and make a relationship of some kind. And again, we do that intentionally making sure it happens every week, so that, because that student, in addition to the academics and the career, they really hopefully do find a connection so that they can talk to the mentor that they otherwise may not have anyone to do it with.
Okay.
Mm.
So let's move on and talk a little bit about apprenticeships. What are they? How do they benefit the student?
Sure. Well, apprenticeships is the really fun part. So first, before I get into the apprenticeship, I have to tell you how do students get to an apprenticeship. So, as a high school, we have, we're all 4 grades, 9 through 12. And what happens is in the first 2 grades, which is grades 9 and 10, those are what we call the career exploration years. Because what we have all found or experienced is that most kids who come to us at, as 9th graders at 14 some odd years old, they really don't know what career field they're looking back. In fact, most of them don't even know what it means to work, because, they haven't had jobs yet. They're too young. So we take the first couple of years to give them an opportunity to try and explore different aspects of the career field. And then once they, so after those first 2 years, so not only are they learning, because the first 2 years of school is really when the highest concentration of the academic courses that students take in, the basic math, science, English, social studies, are getting most of those out of the way in the first couple of years of school. And in addition to that, they're also taking, they're learning about careers, so that by the time they get to the 11th and 12th grade, that's when they have an opportunity to learn, go from learning about careers to actually trying those careers out and working while they're in school. So that's the cool part. So not only are they working while they're in school, but they're actually, in most cases, not all, but in most cases, they're actually getting paid while they're on apprenticeship. And basically, the simple way to think of an apprenticeship is that it's when a junior person who is trying to learn about a field works with an experienced person. In some cases, they call them journeyman, whatever, but it's a very experienced tradesperson or computer person, whatever the field is. They have the expertise that they're imparting upon the student who's working side by side with that student, learning the day-to-day routine of the jobs. Because there's basic coursework you have to learn in the classroom, but you take that classroom experience and you actually apply it while on the job, and that typically is in the 11th grade or 12th grade, but it really all depends on the student and the employer. And here in North Carolina, we have like 2 kinds of apprenticeships. One is what we do, is what we call the junior apprenticeship or the high school apprenticeship, and then the other one, of course, is the adult apprenticeship. And adult apprenticeships are like 18 years and above, adults. And then the junior apprenticeship, those are for students that are 16 to 18 years old, typical high school students. And because they're in high school, they get to do some things that otherwise they may not be able to do. They get to, because they're working through us, through the school, they get to get these different kind of apprenticeships. Let's say, for instance, to give you let's just talk about welding, for instance. Welding, that's typically only for adults. So if you wanted to learn how to be a welder, you'd have to be 18-year-old or above and go to a welding school of some kind. But because you're in an apprenticeship school like ours, you actually get to do welding because the state allows it while you're in high school. And so that's important for the student, and it's also important for the employer, because the employer is working with this student for 1 or 2 years, training them the way they want them to work for them, and to give them the skills that they need, so that hopefully when they graduate high school, the employer and the student have that relationship, so that right after high school, if they choose to go on to work, they can go right to work for that particular company. So it's a really unique program that works well for the student and the employer.
Well, that sounds very exciting. So if I'm a parent with a rising 9th grader, how do I get in touch with the school? What are my next steps?
Well, excellent. Well, hopefully there's a banner down there. You can see the how to get a hold of us at Apprentice Academy, and the one I'll direct you to there is our website, because right now we're in the lottery season, which basically means you have to go on to our website and register for the lottery, because although we're a public charter school, we're a charter school of choice, which means you have to apply to get into the school. and we do that through a registration system through that lottery, and the lottery season is right now through Monday, because Monday at 5 o'clock we're actually conducting a lottery. So in other words, everyone who has been registered for the school has an equal opportunity to get accepted in the lottery. So, and if you get accepted into the lottery, you'll receive an email saying, "Hey, congratulations, please accept your seat." Or if unfortunately you don't get in, it lets you know, "Hey, you're on the waiting list," and we'll maintain contact with you and let you know. But the key is to get to our website. So look for that information on the standard bar down there, and it'll direct you to where you need to go.
Okay. Now, I did say ninth graders. That is the largest number of seats you have available.
That is true.
Is it only ninth graders?
No, we do have a handful of 10th grade seats. So if you're currently a ninth grader and you're looking maybe for a change for next year, you could apply. But really, 10th grade is as high as we go. So like I said, we do have a handful of seats. So it's not a lot out there. So if you want to, if you're interested and want to come to our school this year, you really need to get on that 10th grade lottery, because those seats will go very fast.
And the lottery again is what date?
Is Monday, this coming Monday at 5 p.m.
So March 15th at 5 p.m.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Those are our topics for today.
Fantastic.
From there, any final closing words? Well,
again, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in and considering Apprentice Academy High School. I could assure you it'll be the best education your child ever had. Doesn't make a difference whether they're going to go to work after high school or go on to university. They'll never get any better preparation than they will right here at Apprentice Academy. So if you want to be a part of it, you got to go down there and register and get in that lottery.
And if they can explore more information at the website, they can post questions here
on Facebook, yes, and Instagram as well.
Instagram. Thank you. And I think that takes us to the end.
Great. Everyone have a great weekend. See you Monday.